Welcome to Corks and Cauldron, where two friends uncork a bottle, cast a few spells, and dive deep into fantasy, books, and theories. I'm Gabby.
And I'm Jen. Quick disclaimer, this is an adult podcast about adult books, so expect some spicy language, spicy content, and spicy spoilers.
Now, let's pour a drink, grab a snack, and get started. Today, we're doing our recap of Gild. We made it through one book, everyone. Congrats.
Yay!
Thanks for sticking with us. So what are we eating as we discuss this today, Jen?
We are going to have some baked garlic Parmesan potato wedges.
I love potatoes.
Why? Because it's freaking cold outside.
It's so cold.
It is so cold that I have like a little space heater running in my recording area, and it's just so damn cold. Anyway, plus it's really easy because all you're doing is you're like taking 3 or 4 potatoes. It recommends russet, but I don't care what potatoes you use. You use the potatoes that make you happy. It's fine. If they're bigger potatoes, like russets, 3 or 4. If they're smaller potatoes,
5
as
or
many
6.
as you think you
Yeah.
need.
Yeah.
All you do is slice them into wedges, which is I slice them in half, and then I lay the flat side down and slice the flat side in half, and then slice it again. So each one ends up being like 8 pieces. And yeah, anyway, wedges, put them in a bowl, and then when it's in the bowl, you toss in olive oil, salt, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and Parmesan cheese.
It just sounds
And
like a perfect meal.
Just kind of mix it until it's all like
coated,
and then toss them on a baking sheet in the oven at a preheated 375, I'm sorry, not 350. And then you just bake it until they're soft, like to the doneness that you like. And then you let them cool for a minute, and then you eat them.
That's it. That's your whole thing.
I am not like a professional chef. I am a home cook, so you are not going to get fancy. You're going to get something I can toss in the oven and make quick.
I mean, it sounds like it only created like 2 dishes, so I'm for that.
Yeah. And then whatever you want to use to dip it in, like John likes to use ketchup and mayonnaise mixed together. I like to use whatever gravy we're eating it with, or, ketchup or whatever. And then this goes really good with that oven roasted garlic.
The garlic chicken.
Yes, the garlic chicken.
I bet.
From episode 3.
That sounds like a really just like homemade meal.
It's
like,
just very warm and
comfort food.
Comforting.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you happy. And I bet you have a wine that's going to go great with this.
I hope so. I did a Pinot because Pinots go great with everything. I don't really like Pinots. But we're going with Conscious because Oren's finally getting her shit together. Yay! She's finally figuring shit out. She's getting conscious. So we're toasting to Oren's awakening with a glass of this Conscious Pinot Noir. This is the 2022 vintage. So
and this is the one that you got at the wine store.
One of them.
You posted on Instagram, right?
I posted on Facebook for sure. I don't remember if I did it on the gram. But it was one of like the 5 bottles I got.
Awesome.
Yeah. This wine is rich and complex and carries just the right amount of bite, according to their website. So yeah, sounds like our girl Oren, right? Like maybe not rich, but complex. Oren's finally starting to peel back the gold-tinted veil of her life, confronting hard truths and daring to embrace her own power. So we'll sip, spill, and celebrate her journey while we drink this. And I'm going to try to crack it so everyone can hear. That was not a good crack.
Top.
It is a screw top. It was only like, I don't know, $15. It was not bad.
Not bad at all.
None of the wines I bought were more than like $15 because we're a self-funded podcast, guys.
Yes, we are. So while you are pouring,
look at that color.
Oh, it's pretty.
It is so pretty. Sorry.
I don't know why I thought it was going to be white.
Were you thinking Pinot Grigio, maybe?
I was thinking of Pinot Grigio.
Yeah. No, I'm a red girly. I like my reds.
Forget.
I like my wine as dry as my sense of humor.
Okay.
That's not true. I've kind of mellowed out on my wines. Now I want them a little sweeter. Speaking of things that are a little sweeter.
Yeah.
You want to do our chapter recap?
Ooh, can I start it?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. So let's do a summary of chapters 1 through 40. Oh, yay. Chapters 1 through 40 of Gild. I could not remember the name of the book.
We've only been talking about it for 9 episodes.
It's fine. It's fine. So we'll do this episode by episode-ish. So chapters 1 through 5, Oren's life is a study of contradictions, luxurious yet isolating, gilded but caged. Midas's control over her is both physical and psychological because he is trash. From the gilded castle to her literal birdcage, Oren's world is steeped in opulence, but it's completely devoid of freedom. We see early signs of inner turmoil that she's having. We see how touch-starved she is and yearning for a connection with anyone. And her conflicted loyalty to Midas, who she sees as both a savior and a captor. The cracks in her world begin to form when Midas betrays her for political gain, offering her to King Folky as collateral for an army.
Fuck that guy.
He's a bitch.
I can't believe Midas lasts as long as he does. Chapters 6 through 11, you got me to do?
6 through 11, yeah.
All right, that we're bringing in our Ice Queen and the Golden Pawn. In these chapters, Midas and Queen Melina's icy marriage takes the center stage. We talk a lot about that in that episode. They reveal their mutual disdain for each other, and Melina she's an ice queen. She does not pull back punches when it comes to talking to Midas, and his vulnerabilities. Oren begins to see flaws in Midas's carefully crafted image, which she manages to talk herself back out of later on, which is super annoying. When Midas agrees to Folk's degrading terms of having Oren for a night in exchange for an army, Oren's illusions of safety are shattered. Her growing awareness of her own subjugation, both as a woman and as Midas's quote-unquote favored, sets the stage for a rebellion that we do not see in this book. That's not fair. We do see some.
We see a little.
Every rebellion starts with a baby step.
Yes, it does. And chapters 12 through 17, the cost of loyalty. Folk's lecherous behavior and Midas's cold indifference push Oren to her breaking point. Amidst the caravan journey, Sail becomes her first real ally and friend.
We love
offering
Sail.
a glimpse of human connection that she's been denied for years. His tragic death during the Red Raid's attack ignites Oren's resolve to never be powerless again. The trauma of his loss propels her toward discovering her hidden strengths, even as she grapples with guilt and helplessness.
It really sucks that she needed that catalyst to, grow.
I really wish she'd have had a different catalyst.
Leave Sail out of your personal growth journey.
Yes, please. Poor Sail.
I'm not going to say he deserved better. He deserved a longer storyline.
He did.
Chapters 18 through 23. Pirate's brutality and Captain Fuckface Fane, and his grotesque behavior force Oren to make a choice, stay silent, or fight back. Her ribbons, who have been dormant for so long, are awoken with a vengeance and allow her to turn Fane into a solid gold statue. Just to be clear, it's not her ribbons that do that. It's her powers that do that, but her ribbons do come into play a lot in these chapters. This act of defiance is as much about protecting herself as it is about reclaiming power. And then the Fourth Kingdom's army arrives, and they're led by Commander Rip. This is when we meet Rip, who recognizes Oren as more than Midas's just gilded pet.
Chapters 24 through 29. Oren versus the world. Oren and Rissa work together to cover up Fane's death because he's trash, tossing his gilded body into the sea of snow. This act cements Oren's realization that she can't rely on Midas or anyone else to save her. As the saddles are handed over to Rip's army, Oren is struck by the contrast between Rip's commanding fairness and the manipulation that she's endured under Midas. However, since she's still navigating her guilt, fear, and survival instincts, they keep her tethered to that gilded identity.
Chapters 30 through 39, New Players, New Stakes. Rip's negotiations with the pirates reveal his shrewdness and authority as he systematically dismantles their control. Oren's interactions with Rip are laced with tension, the sexual kind, and he sees through her facade, and she resents his perception of her as Midas's property. Oren begins to shed the chains of her dependence on Midas. Rip's acknowledgement of her as more than just a gilded pet sparks something new within Oren, hope, which she has not felt in 10 years. Yeah, at least 10 years, at least since Midas became king.
For sure.
Oren is still navigating the fine line between survival and self-empowerment. Her resolve grows stronger with every step, and her story is no longer just about enduring, it's about transforming. The seeds of rebellion are firmly planted, and our girl is a butterfly.
And chapter 40, which was the final chapter, Midas is a bitch.
Midas is just a little bitch.
Midas learns of Oren's capture and flies into a possessive rage, vowing to destroy anyone who's laid hands on her. His reaction lays bare his obsession and inability to see Oren as a person rather than an object. His unraveling shows us exactly what kind of a little bitch he is.
Yeah, I could change him.
You
He would
could
change
not.
for me.
No, absolutely not. I'm just going to throw all the red flags at you right now. Every single red flag.
But then it's like,
No. No. I'm putting my foot down.
So don't take dating advice from me, guys. Take dating advice from Jen. All right, Jen, we are done with the book. We've caught everyone back up on the recap. So I got to ask, what would you rate this book overall?
Okay. Even with my second read, I'm going to give it a 4.
Yeah.
It was good, but because of all the world building and, there's some really rough points in this book. And I know that that's intentional. Raven wants us to see it from the get-go that this is going to be rough. It made it kind of a hard read, and sometimes I just had to put it down. So for me, this one's a 4.
I feel like a 4 is kind of high. I was going to give it like a 3.5 or a 3.
Yeah.
It's not a bad book. I enjoyed my second reread.
Yeah.
In the reread, I could see how slow it is.
Yeah.
Like my initial read through, I tend to just like kind of fly through and I don't really like understand the time that we covered, but we really only covered a month maybe in this book, maybe from start to finish. Because the caravan thing was like 2 weeks.
He'd been gone for 3 before that.
Oh, okay.
So this is more like a 2-month thing, I think.
That still
Maybe.
isn't
That
like...
still isn't very long. We're not
Yeah,
talking a very long time.
Yeah. And so, but to your point, there was a ton of world building. There was a ton of like magic explaining that we had to do and to learn. I think the writing was really well done. I don't know how I would have fixed it, quote unquote, fixed it or changed anything about it. But yeah, I think a 3.5 is about right for it.
Okay.
It's not my favorite book in the series.
No.
But it is an important book in the series. It's not like Tower of Dawn that you can kind of like skim through.
It's that first book in every series where you just have to... This is the book that either interests you or doesn't. Because it's hard to push.
Yeah.
You can't force yourself to the next book without reading the first book.
Yep.
And you can't skip the first book and think you're going to be fine in the second book, because you are not. And that holds true for every series that has multiple books. So,
I mean, Throne of Glass, most people take 3 to 4 books to get hooked on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of other like long series that I've read. ACOTAR. Everyone says you have to push through the first book in ACOTAR.
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
Academy has
Harry Potter
12,000 books, and you have to push through the first 18.
I cannot wait for your recap on Zodiac Academy. I have so many thoughts.
Is it because I'm not really counting anymore?
Oh my God,
there are not a million books. There are what, 24? 22? I don't even remember anymore. I just know there's a lot.
And it's getting... It's the supernatural of romantasy books. It just keeps getting more and more ridiculous.
Yes, but Dean.
Sure. Who's the Dean in Zodiac Academy? Yeah, that's what I fucking thought. Sure as fuck isn't Lionel.
No, he can't be in it because I liked even the villains in Supernatural. I'm sorry, Crowley was my favorite
Crowley
character.
was the best.
He will absolutely always be my favorite character. But that's probably because Mr. Crowley from Supernatural, whose actual actor name I cannot remember.
It's Mark something, isn't it?
Mark Sheppard. Mark Sheppard is in so many shows that I like. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, what was your favorite part of this book? Just a hard topic shift.
I think that my favorite and least favorite part all in the same time is when Oren is taking Sale's body down.
It was such a big moment for her.
That was like such a huge thing for her. Yep.
Yeah. It was, I want to call it a snapping point. Like that's kind of when everything just kind of snapped for her. And that was the first time we saw her use her ribbons in a defensive way.
And she stood up for something that she believed in instead of just pushing it down. So that's what it was for me. What about you? What was your favorite?
I liked when she threw the book at Risa.
That was hilarious.
It was funny. There's also one of my favorite quotes is something to the effect of, "One should never decide on bangs on a belly full of wine."
Yes. Yeah.
I felt that one. I felt that one hard.
Yep, I remember that.
The sale part is obviously devastating. I liked all of her moments with Digby. It just really gave like a mother, not a mother, but a daughter father kind of vibe.
Right.
And
Okay.
like I think Oren just needs that.
Yeah.
I don't think Oren realizes that Digby was her first no strings attached friend
I don't
this
think she
early in the
does.
books. Not this. I think she does start to realize it a little bit later, but at this point, he's still just her guard. Yeah, those were all my favorite parts. I think
All right. What's your favorite line in the entire book? Is it the bangs one?
the bangs one is right up there. I also really enjoyed. I just turned that motherfucker solid gold because that was just
fantastic.
and you like that. I think that's the first time we really heard her curse, and I think it really just drove home how fucking pissed she was.
Yeah.
So I liked that line. What was your
Yeah.
favorite lines?
I think my favorite line is in the first chapter.
Mm,
And it is but oh, what a beautiful cage it is. The fact
something
that I
about
can't remember it
a gilded prison.
is bothering me.
Well, here.
I'm looking for it. It's in here.
It's like the end of the first chapter. I'm the gold-plated prisoner, but what a pretty prison it is.
That's it. Yes.
Yeah, that's a good line.
Yes. And pretty much anything with Risa.
Risa is so underrated in this book.
She really is.
But we see a lot more of Risa in books 2 and 3, right?
We do. Yes, we do.
I think Risa is one of my favorite characters. I also enjoy Orsic, which I know we have not talked about on this podcast yet, but
Yeah.
he's one of my favorite side characters.
Him and Lou, I think.
I also like Judd. Judd is just like the friend that
I like
everyone
Judd.
needs.
But Judd's the guy that is in every book,
Yep.
every series.
Yep.
He's Riddick.
Huh? Yep.
He is
Fenris.
Fenris. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
He is
Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
Or one of the Weasley twins.
I'm trying to think of who he is in another book series that I've read, and I just can't do it. I'm
What
done.
book series?
Well, the Dragon Riders of Pern, so you're not even going to know.
What about Zodiac Academy? Who is he in Zodiac Academy?
Oh,
Seth.
Seth.
He's a Seth. Yeah.
Yeah, he is 100% Seth.
Yep, I caught myself on that one.
But yeah, he's the guy that everybody needs.
Mm-hmm. He just brings laughter to the group and just kind of like reminds everyone that life is not that serious.
Exactly.
Even though they're all like fighting to save the world.
Yes.
I'm really excited in these next books to see Queen Melina's growth. I'm really excited to see what she turns into.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm excited for her. And I'm excited to watch us realize more about Oren's growth.
Mm-hmm.
So, because I know that you read for the vibes that I didn't know was a thing until we started talking about this. But I think both of us just watching her grow is going to be good.
Yeah, going in for a deep dive is a completely different mindset than what I normally do. So yeah. I'm starting to pick things out. Well, I mean, I called you to complain about a book series because I was not reading for the vibes, apparently. Yeah, I'm excited to see Risa more because we see a lot more. We even get some chapters from Risa's point of view.
Yes.
In these coming books. So that's exciting.
I'm not excited to see more about the treatment of saddles as these books go on. I'm not excited about that.
Book 2 isn't nearly as bad as this book was.
No, but book 3...
Yeah, that was kind of rough. Yeah.
So, not that I don't like saddles because I know that that's something that will always and forever be a thing, whatever world we're in.
Sex work is work. It's literally in the name.
Yeah, but I think that the way that they're going to get treated is going to be bad. But I do like how in the next book Oren starts to stand up for them more, even if they don't like her still and think she's shit. Yeah, they don't.
Yeah. I'm excited for the end of Midas, even though I know it's not coming
yet
immediately.
Right.
I'm excited for the banter and the growth between Rip and Oren, because that's always fun. I love a good banter.
I like Oren's internal monologues too.
Because she sounds exactly like you.
She doesn't, but she's so funny.
Okay, but the line where like we met Jacques. Jacques
was an asshole.
That's exactly what Oren. So
because like, he was.
I rest my case. Her exact line was something like, "So he's an asshole."
Yeah.
That was just such a Jen-coded moment. It was like, oh, who am I reading about again?
Yeah, I'm not excited about the saddle stuff. Is there something you're not super excited about? Without,
Without spoilers. Without
yeah,
major spoilers.
I don't want to spoil like the end of book 4.
Sure. I'm not excited that Midas lasts as long as he does. I think
Okay.
I've made that pretty clear.
Yeah.
I'm not excited about Midas's POV chapters.
No, they're kind of gross. I do like, okay, so I like and hate them.
It's kind of nice to see exactly what he's thinking and to get
Exactly.
in
Yeah.
his mind.
I
But I
needed
feel
to get
so
in his mind, but I
gross.
feel dirty after and I need to take a shower. You just feel slimy. It's like that family member that touches you.
Everyone has that weird uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess mine's not uncle because I really just don't have that many of those. But yeah, that weird family member
Yeah.
that you're just like, just don't touch
I'm
me.
not a toucher, actually. Yeah. I'm not excited for Orin to go back to Midas. I think we're going to see it
Yeah.
undo everything that she has gone through.
I definitely thought that was a big backslide too.
Yeah. But I think that's an important note in relationships. Like, it's so hard to break out of those controlling relationships that backsliding is super common.
Yeah.
It's so common, there's a name for it.
Backsliding?
Mm-hmm. Ted Mosby knows all about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the
It's How
I Met Your Mother guy.
It's not a book reference.
That's the How I Met Your Mother guy.
Yep. But yeah, I'm not excited for Midas to come back in the picture because I'm just gonna get so frustrated with him again, and I'm gonna call him a fucking crouton over again.
Okay.
I don't know why I was looking like I was so stressed about Midas.
It's stressful. He's stressful. I am more excited about Digby again when he finally comes back into the book since he has disappeared at the end of this book.
And at this
we
point,
do not know what has happened to him yet.
We don't know if he's dead. We don't know if he's alive. We don't know if he's captured. We don't know anything.
Alert, he is alive, guys.
You can rest easy.
Just literally gave that away.
Yeah.
But that's as much of a spoiler as I'm going to give you for Digby. I'm excited for Queen Kalia to join the party. That'll be good.
We've talked about her, but we haven't met her yet.
Yeah, I'm excited to see more of the kings and queens.
Yes. So there is going to be some more world building in this next book, but it's not going to be as heavy.
No, thankfully.
And we're not going to have random chapter breaks about different worlds in this book like we did. Or in the next book like we did with this book.
Yeah, not in the next book we won't.
Yeah. But I'm excited for Orin's next adventure.
Yes.
At this point, we don't really, if you've never read the series before, you don't really know what's going to happen. I feel like we've given a lot of spoilers, so sorry. But this book has been out for a while, so it's like giving Buffy spoilers.
Yeah.
It has also been a minute since I've read the second book. I haven't even started it yet, so I don't remember a ton. Because again, I read for the vibes. But I'm excited for her to like confront things that she needs to confront.
Yeah. What moment in the book were you just like, holy shit?
Turning the motherfucker gold was definitely an holy shit moment. The ribbons was a holy shit moment. Like, where the fuck did these come from? Because they were just kind of like dropped on us as readers. Like, oh yeah, all my dresses are backless, not because it's sexy, but because I have fucking ribbons growing out of my spine.
And they help me braid my hair.
Yeah.
Digby killing Folk.
Yeah. Yep. That was a what the fuck moment. I mean, killing a king is treason.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to say it. Like, guards aren't supposed to kill kings whether or not it's their kings. They just aren't supposed to. That's why you have king champions like Selena Sardathian.
Melina telling Midas, I know your secret.
Still so convinced. I am still so convinced that it's not just that Midas is a piece of shit and taking advantage of Folk. I think that is part of what she knows. I think she knows that Midas doesn't have any power.
Wait, Midas doesn't have any power?
Oh my god. Is this what it's like talking to me? I'm also still convinced that Melina is the one who sent the note to Midas. That's like, your girl's been captured. Fuck you. And I think Rip let it go.
I can see that one, or I can see Rip sending it. It's one of those two for me. Because if he read, I mean, like, we know that if he got that letter and it was like, by the way, I had your favored, and Rip is reading it, he's going to chuckle.
100%.
And then he's going to be like,
Let it
Go
go.
on, my friend.
Let it go. Have a treat.
So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. But I don't think Rip was the one who sent it to Midas. I don't think Rip wrote his own letter that said, I have your favored.
Aw. But I can see Ravager being a bitch and doing that too.
That's fair. Okay. That's a
But
good
Melina
point.
is petty.
Melina is petty. Ravager is also using, at this point, he's using Orin as a political pawn.
Yeah.
I mean, let's
She's a
just
chess
call
piece,
it
for
what
sure.
it is. Yeah. Well, now I don't know. I was so convinced it was Milana, and now, fuck you.
I think, yeah, those were definitely, a lot of those moments were just crazy for me.
Okay, for as smart as Risa is, I'm a little surprised she has not figured out that it's Orin that has the power.
I think that because it's drilled so much into everybody that in
Okay.
order to be a king or a queen, you have to have power.
No ands, ifs, buts.
Yeah.
There's no exceptions.
There's no exception to that. You either have to have the power or be married to someone who has the power.
Well, and even if you're married to someone who has the power, you don't have any power.
No,
You're just a figurehead.
You're just a figurehead because if they die, you are getting replaced.
Mm-hmm.
Funniest moment.
I'm gonna say this, and I just want to preface with I have really, really dark humor. Okay.
Okay.
But the part that made me actually LOL and cry a little bit was our ship finally has a sail. And I know, it makes me a terrible person.
Oh, that's so rough.
But the pun was on point.
It really was.
And I have to appreciate a good pun.
Yeah, that's fair.
What was yours?
Definitely the 2 thumbs up after breaking
chucking
Rissa's nose.
Okay, Rissa.
Yes.
I helped. See, it's so Gen coded.
It really, that was probably one of my favorite. That was one of my favorites. Or them kicking the statue.
Yep.
Warren kicking it and then Risa slapping his penis.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
They did absolutely nothing, but they felt so much better.
Sometimes that's why we have rage rooms.
Oh, yeah, those break rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And not like taking a break like with a baseball bat.
Yeah.
Those are really cathartic, just so you know.
I would have to take your word for it. I have not done it.
I have. And it was fun.
Another one of my LOL moments is when Orin snapped and pushed Mist away with her ribbons, when she was just finally like, you know what? Fuck you.
Yes. That was fantastic.
I love that. I think it was not one of her greatest moments. Like, it was not very emotionally mature of her to do, but like, I think we've all had those moments where you're just like, you know what? You've pushed me too far. Fuck you.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, anger management is a thing, whatever. But I loved that moment.
Yeah. What else do we want to talk about? Do we want to talk about Rip? Because we really haven't, other than the fact that
he exists.
And
that he's Fae.
He's Fae. I know what you are.
Funny, I was going to say the same thing about you.
I love that line. I do. I love that line.
That line is so loaded. Like, it could have meant so many things. What is your... Okay, so you have a better memory with books than I do.
I try. Yeah.
What was the biggest surprise about Rip that you learned?
That he and Ravager were the same person.
Yes.
It was kind of hinted to, but it was so subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so subtle that I did not catch it until they described their eyes.
Yeah. Yep.
And that was it for me. I was like, oh, okay. But originally I was like,
how is this a thing?
Like, and there's parts of the second book where it's obvious, it'll be obvious on our second read.
Mm-hmm.
But the first time around, nope. Did not get that at all.
I don't want to say mine because mine's a really big moment. So did you know that, and this is another huge, huge spoiler for the whole series.
Yes.
So I'm going to preface it with that. But did you know that Commander Rip and Orin were mates when they first met? Or when we first got introduced?
I didn't think that there was going to be mates in this.
That's fair. Every romantasy is different with the mate thing.
But you could 100% see that they were going to bang. That was absolutely going to happen.
Bang, bang, bangity bang, instead of bang, bang, bangity bang.
I'm just saying. It was going to happen.
I think, so in my reread, I noticed that she said something about how Commander Rips found her eyes right away and she
Yeah.
felt something. I was like, oh, that's foreshadowing.
Yeah.
At the, like you said, at the very least, they're gonna bang.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Did you know? Hold on. There's got to be something that you knew. Didn't know.
I don't know
But
anything.
you do too. Nobody saw Sale dying. We're not gonna do that. What did you think about our intro to Rip when we finally meet him?
I love that intro. I felt like it was very dramatic. And like
Yes.
he was definitely playing a part. Like knowing what we know from the later books, he was absolutely playing a part and playing up his reputation. But I thought it was very dramatic. I loved it when they all dropped their
Letters.
their letters all at
Yes.
once. Like, fuck you, dude. Yeah. And we've talked about it before, but Rip training all the Hawks to come to him first before they go on to their destination is just such a brilliant strategic military move.
Yes.
Like it there's no other way to say it. It's just fucking brilliant.
Because it doesn't cost him anything. He doesn't have to pay spies. He has all the birds. They're gonna
all it costs him is treats.
Yeah. Exactly.
And like
it's brilliant.
The biggest thing, and we see this a lot in a lot of romantasy books, right? But the biggest reason why people follow him and why birds love him and animals love him is because he's not a piece of shit, right? Like he treats them all like they're living animals. Whereas like Midas treats everyone as a pawn and doesn't care about them at all.
Wait, are you saying we're supposed to treat people like people?
Well, that's what I got from all my leadership books from work.
That was good. That was good. What else are we excited about?
I'm excited for Midas to fuck all the way off.
Yeah.
Which we already talked about, but
that's a lot. I mean, as far as recaps go, this is pretty much it, guys. We have recapped this book.
There's a lot of world building in this book, but not a lot of action.
Yeah, you don't get a lot of action until like the last 10 chapters, 10, 15 chapters.
Well, that's how they get you hooked on the next book.
Yeah, and the next book. So what's coming up?
Glint is book 2.
Gleam is book 3, isn't it?
So book 2, it's basically the whole thing is just Orin traveling from where she was picked up to being dropped off with Midas. So we're still going to see some character growth. We're going to see a lot of character growth. We're going to be introduced to some new characters that we've kind of already let the cat out of the bag on, but we love them.
And the camp's cook, I'm very excited because he's my favorite.
You would love the cook.
Well, yeah.
What's the cook's name?
He
doesn't
go
by
name.
Cook.
No.
Barley? It's something with like
It's got something to do with breweries.
Yeah.
Keg?
How could we forget Keg?
It's Keg.
I know. How could we forget Keg?
Is Barley his sister?
I think Barley's his sister.
But we get introduced to Keg, and he's one of my favorite characters.
He's so cool.
Because he's sassy.
He is. He's like, he reminds me of, I was going to say Oz from Buffy, but he's not that sarcastic.
No.
Who does he remind me of? Crowley. He reminds me a little bit of Crowley, but less smarmy.
Yeah.
He is too good-hearted to be a Crowley.
Yeah. Oh, which is also, by the way, since we're going to talk about this, the cooking style is going to change a little bit here.
Is it going to be more like travel-y, like jerky?
We're going to go less decadent, like over the top. Well, over the top for me, because I'm just telling you guys, some of this stuff was some of it was a little more than I'm used to, like the chicken and that bacon, mac and cheese. Those are things I don't normally make, you know? We're going to go more to like one pot meals. And I am going to have,
yes.
I know Gabby is not a huge fan of it, but we are going to have some oatmeal in this one, but we're also going to have some crock pot meals that are going to be easy. I do not braise or brown or pre-cook or sear before it goes in my crock pot. It goes from being cut up to my crock pot. And that is it.
The biggest difference in our crock pot prepping is that I'll throw frozen food in there and call it good. Not. And you don't. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't do it. It's got to be thawed at least for me.
Why?
Because the meat doesn't seize up.
I've never had my meat seize up.
Okay. But I like mine thawed out. Okay. I will say that I do have one recipe that I will brown the ground beef for before I put it in the crock pot. And that is because I'm putting other frozen things in the crock pot. and the ground beef is not going to cook.
Okay.
Most of the stuff that I'm going to give you is going to have fruit or veggies in it
Yeah.
because I am on a path myself to becoming a healthier eater.
It's
So
hard. It
it's a
is hard out
process,
there.
and you're going to find some recipes that you're going to be like, seriously, you're going to put that in there? Yes, I am. I'm going to put that in there. So, but most everything that I'm going to give you this time is stuff that we make at home, either
Yeah.
weekly or monthly or seasonally for the winter because it's cold as hell outside right now.
Some good Midwest meals.
Yes,
Winter
exactly.
meals. Yeah. I need some good
Yeah.
crock pot recipes. All I really do is like roast. And there's only so many times you can have roast without going crazy.
Is that true?
Okay, back to the book though. I have one last question, and I'm going to ask you this, and I know your memory, but what is one prediction that you have for book 2?
I think Oren's going to come out of her shell more. And I think that her budding friendship with Rissa is going to grow in this book. Yes, I remember most of this book, but
Okay.
that is, I still
It,
feel like that happens.
it does grow.
It's
Yeah.
subtle
Yeah.
in this book.
I agree that she'll grow more.
Yeah.
I hope we see her embrace her power more, and I feel like we do in book 2.
I want to see her stand up for herself more.
Yeah. Grow a spine kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're going to learn more about Rip, and Rip is one of my top 3 book boyfriends for sure.
All right. Who are the other two?
Rowan, absolutely.
Okay. I should have known that.
Yeah, yeah. I really like Josh from Lights Out. I don't know if I can keep up with Josh from Lights Out.
I have heard some stuff on,
Yeah.
Well, it was on TikTok
Yeah.
where they were playing some of the Audible, and it's just unhinged, and I'm looking forward to it.
Again, I like him. I grew up Catholic, and there's some Catholic things that I just cannot let go of.
Okay.
Well, I'm a Lights Out kind of girl.
All right. So I think mine are probably, I definitely love Lorcan. We know that.
Oh my god, Lorcan, Lorcan, Lorcan. His first romantic line, I'm gonna spoil TOG for you guys because Jen and I have had this argument before. Lorcan's first romantic line to a lead is, I don't hate being around you. Are you fucking kidding?
Who doesn't love romantic lines like that?
Okay, I told you my theory that Lorcan girlies, their love language is acts of service, and Lorcan
Yes.
is the prime example of acts of service.
Yeah, I agree with that. So Lorcan, and I enjoy Zayden from the Empyrean series,
Mm.
but I really loved 4 from
Who?
Divergent.
I haven't read Divergent in years.
I can't help it. I think it's because I have a type. I have a type. It's okay.
I really want to like Luther from the Everflame series. Here's my problem. I can't imagine moaning the name Luther.
And what are you going to use for a nickname for that? Because I'm sorry, the minute they start using the word daddy,
I can't.
I'm done. Like, I'm reading in Zodiac Academy, and the girl that calls Lionel daddy,
I can't.
it's so uncomfortable for me, and it's gross.
It's an ick. And I'm not trying to like yuck on someone's yum. I know there are people who are into it, but I can't.
I do not handle that one well. What's the other one that really bothers me? There's another phrase that I just don't enjoy when I'm reading it. I'll have to think about it. But
yeah.
Anyway,
daddy for sure is an
daddy
ick,
for
though.
sure. So my 3 are Lorcan, 4, and right now Zayden, I think. Yeah. I would like Zayden to be older though, because I am like, we've put me beyond cougar status at this point for liking 4 and Zayden. Okay? We are beyond cougar status.
However, they're fictional characters.
But they're fictional characters
of age, at least.
I'm pretending that they're older than they really are. But they are both of age, so that I'm not like...
Not creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because ick.
Yeah.
But
Luther is also... apparently my love language is words of affirmation, because like Rowan goes on these big romantic spiels about how great Alien is, and Luther kind of does the same thing where like, I'll burn the world for you. And honestly, so does Rip. Rip goes on to like these big whole speeches and like, I'll be the villain for you is Rip 100%. And 100%. I love that. So
I do love that line.
Every time I talk to him, I'm like, what would you do if I was a vampire? Or like, would you burn the world for me? It's just like,
No.
I don't know. If you turn into a worm, I would probably use you for fishing bait because you're a worm and I don't know you.
This is why I love Omaha.
It's so logical.
He really is. He's such a good guy.
He really is a good guy. Like, don't get me wrong, I love him, but he is so logical. Sometimes I
Yeah.
just want a little illogical to go along with my random fantasies of me turning into a worm.
Whatever. All right.
Omaha is Lorcan though. Acts of service is like how he shows it.
No, I want to be clear here, guys. For anybody that's listening, they have the same mentality.
Yes, 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 yes.
I have met Omaha. He is not Lorcan,
No, no, he is about 3 feet too short to be.
but he is truly an amazing guy.
He is really good. I really like him.
Like, we both have good significant others.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to be clear about that, guys, because like
It's just fun to compare them to the book
Yes,
boyfriends
it
and
is.
like they're fantasy characters
Yeah,
written by females. So like
yeah.
obviously,
There's this
yeah.
tilt to it. Yeah.
Well, and we get their POV. We can't read our significant others' minds. And God, if I could.
Can I add Cassie into my list?
Sure, we can do top 4. I love Cass. Cass also seems like a really good friend to have.
I think that he did some really shitty things to Nesta
I
and treated her unwell, even in the final book that we've read. Like, there were just some situations where it's like, my dude, you could have done better there, but you know what? You're Illyrian and I still love you.
he took a
And
lot of
you kind of
L's.
redeem yourself later.
He took a lot of L's in all the books, but even the last one. So, all right. Anything else you want to talk about with these books?
I'm very excited for the next book, and I hope you guys are too.
Yes.
It's going to be a fun ride, and thank you for bearing with us because we are getting better every episode, just so you know.
Yes. We promise
really
we
are.
learn every
We are
episode.
learning.
We learn something.
So if you want to put your comments about what you think is going to happen in the
Okay,
next book,
I think we're going to see more Orin growth. I think we're going to learn more about Rip, which are all things I already know. So that's not really fair. I think we're going to see Orin backslide with Midas because it's a toxic relationship and it's impossible to break out of those the first go round. And this is technically her first time breaking away, willingly or not, right? Like it's their first time that they've been apart.
you just made her a Kelly Clarkson song.
Sure did.
So proud.
Thanks. It's millennial coded.
Yeah.
I think Risa and Orin's friendship will grow. I don't think Orin and anyone else's friendship is going to grow. Like Polly is not going to be her friend by the end of book 2.
They're going to be best friends braiding each other's hair with their ribbons.
Miss is not going to be her BFF by the end of book 2.
Guys, I'm sorry. I said that, and now I'm sitting there picturing like a big circle of saddles with Orin in the middle and like 2 or 3 of her ribbons in each one of their hair, just braiding it.
Singing Kumbaya.
Yes, like you do at a sleepover, except, you know, we use our hands to braid hair. But sorry, I had a visual and I had to share it.
Stiff as a board, light as a feather, and Orin's ribbons lift everyone up.
That's fantastic. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't think they're going to be BFFs by the end of it.
No, I don't think so.
I think Melina is going to come into her own. I think she's going to learn how shitty Midas is. Like, she already kind of knows, but I don't think she knows the full breadth.
Yeah.
Yes, of how shitty he is. We're obviously going to learn more about Rip, because he was introduced towards the end of the book. So we're obviously going to learn more about him. What else do I think is going to happen?
I'm excited to learn about his people, too.
Rip's people? Yeah. Yeah, I think we're going to learn a ton about the Fourth Kingdom and their inner workings in this next book.
And I think we're going to learn a lot about... No, we're not going to learn a lot about the Fifth Kingdom yet.
Not yet.
But that's coming, so...
Yeah. I'm excited to learn about the Fifth Kingdom.
Yeah.
And I think it's the third book that we learn the, like, political side of the Fourth Kingdom.
We do.
Yeah. And
yeah,
I don't know if politics is the right word for it, but like the economic side of it. Maybe it's a better word for it.
That is in third and fourth books.
Yeah.
Is where we're going to learn a lot about that. And a lot about just how the world in general, how the
interacts with
commerce
each other.
functions
Yeah.
between kingdoms.
So are you still convinced that Orin is going to die in the
Yes,
last book? Okay. I think you're wrong.
I'm
You
good. I want to be wrong. I
have
need to
to
be
be wrong.
wrong. But right now, I have convinced myself, and I can't change that. I just can't change my mind.
I think I saw a spoiler and it okay.
I don't want to spoil it. Oh, go ahead.
All right. No, I think I saw a spoiler and the spoiler made it seem like they lived happily ever after.
Yay!
So, but it was one like not even a full paragraph, you know what I mean? Like it was just like 2 sentences
Yeah.
that I saw. So,
As soon as somebody says spoilers for Goldfinch or end of series
you scroll.
in Reddit, I just move on. And same with on the Raven Kennedy's Facebook page, the Raven Kennedy's Readers Group. I'm going to promote that again, even though we get nothing from this, guys. I don't even think Raven Kennedy knows we exist.
Not yet.
It's fine. Raven Kennedy's Readers Group not only has stuff about Plated Prisoner series, but her other books.
Yeah, she's got
So
one
it's a
about
lot
Cupid.
of fun. Yes, it's called Cupidity.
I think so.
So,
and she is currently working on one about the Pied Piper,
yes,
which sounds super interesting.
yes. Yeah. So Raven Kennedy, Plated Prisoner series was our first dip into Raven Kennedy's books, just if you guys couldn't tell, other than the fact that we're a new podcast and we're covering it awkwardly, at least the first book.
Please like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. But yeah, I don't even remember the point that I had to this entire topic, other than I avoid spoilers as much as I can. And Raven Kennedy's Facebook page is fantastic.
Everyone's super nice, super welcoming.
Yeah.
Like a lot of, how do I say this? Anytime there's a group of people together, there's always some toxic people.
Feral trolls.
Yes, that too.
It
but
doesn't.
It doesn't feel that way on this Facebook group.
Her Facebook page and my the Snarky Sisters for Snarky Tea, which has nothing to do with books, guys, but I love Snarky Tea. It's sassy and it's fantastic. They're both really, in general, positive Facebook pages.
Yeah, despite being like targeted towards snark, they're not.
No, they're.
I think it's because everyone goes in knowing that to read it with a tone of sarcasm. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. But yeah, that's
it.
I think that's our podcast.
That's our podcast this week. It's going to be short because we're just recapping. Hopefully you guys are having a good time with us. If you have any ideas for us or suggestions, please drop them in the comments. Leave a review for us. You know, we'll give you our info in our outro, but please just, tell us what you think.
Well, thank you so much for listening to our episode of Corks and Cauldron. Be sure to follow us at Corks and Cauldron on all your favorite socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Threads.
And if you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review us. Share us with your book besties and everyone else in the world. It's the best way to spread the word and help our podcast grow, because Corks and Cauldron is a self-funded labor of love, and your support keeps the magic alive.
And our glass is full.
You can join our Patreon community today at patreon.com/corksandcauldron, and maybe even treat us to a bottle of wine.
Our next episode drops next Thursday, and we'll start our deep dive into Glint.
Until then, eat,
drink,
and get lost in a good book.
Cheers!
Yay!